I want to explain about the effect of performance of aircraft when flying in extremely hot. Higher air temperature affect the physics of how aircraft fly. Meaning aircraft takeoff performance can be impaired on hot days. The amount of lift that an airplane wing generates is affected by density of the air. Air density in turn depends mostly on air temperature and elevation. Higher temperature and higher elevation but reduced density. The lower the air density, the faster an airplane must travel to produce enough lift to take off. It takes more runway to reach the higher speed, and depending on how long the airport runway, weight restriction happen, especially in hot places like Phoenix and Dubai, at the airport with short runway like New York and Washington.
I want to explain about winter. Winter is the coolest season of the year in the polar and temperature zone. Winters does not occur in most tropical regions. It occurs after and before spring each year. Okay. Ice a problem for airplane. Ice reshape the surface of the leaf producing part of the airplane, including the wings and the tail. The roughness is enough to change the aerodynamic of the wings such that they're more drag and less lift. The amount of lift a create depend on the relative angle that the airstream has to the airfoil. As you increasing that angle, the angle of attack, you generate more and more lift, but at some point air cannot flow over upper surface and you have aerodynamic stall. The point at which aerodynamic stall take place has to do with the curvature of the airfoil. If the surface is contaminated with slight roughness, it will reduce the lift and change the point at which stall take place. For scheduled air carriers, including commercial passenger airplane, icing has been a contributing factor in 9.5% of fatal air carrier accidents.
Last but not least, I will explain about the effect of the aircraft while flying during rain. Research has shown that mass of any water film that accumulates on the surface of an aircraft increases the weight. As a result of some recent flight experience under weather conditions in which heavy rainfall was an outstanding characteristic, the question of the effect of such rainfall on the aerodynamic performance of airplane was raised, particularly with regard to the possibility that an airplane might be forced to earth from moderate altitude. If rain is too heavy, the pilot's visibility can be impaired, which can make it unsafe to take off, thereby preventing his or her aircraft from flying. In rare circumstances, heavy rain can also cause a plane's engines to flame out. Rain that falls at high altitudes where temperatures are much colder than at ground level can in extremely rare instances freeze on a plane's wings. This presents the remote possibility of a stall, a reduction in lift that can cause the plane to fall from the sky if pilots are not able to regain lift. It is concluded that the effects of heavy rain on the performance of an airplane are not so great as to force the airplane down from moderate altitudes.